Valerie Plame became a household name back in 2003 when her career as an undercover CIA agent abruptly ended after a member of the Bush administration exposed her cover. Now, Plame is the author of a new spy thriller, Blowback, that also reveals what it's like to be a woman in the CIA. Valerie Plame, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Now, remind us, back then, Vice President Chief of Staff Scooter Libby was convicted of leaking your name to the press. Briefly remind us of what led up to that.
My husband, Ambassador Joe Wilson, wrote an op-ed piece in the New York Times, July 2003, in which he stated his opinion that he felt that the Bush administration had manipulated and twisted the intelligence to get the American support for the war in Iraq, and the Bush administration was not very happy with that criticism.
So do you think it was retaliation then?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about your book. Your memoir, Fair Game, was a New York Times bestseller, and now you've co-written this spy novel, Blowback, as the first in a series of thrillers, I understand.
Hopefully a long series.
Yes, okay. Well, why the move to fiction?
Well, I wrote the memoir, Fair Game, which was, in a sense, a catharsis for me. It's trying to make sense of what my husband and I went through, because we went through quite a bit. There was a lot of political heat on that. And my publisher, David Rosenthal, came to me with this idea, and I'd only written intel reports prior to anything else. I went, well, okay, I'll give it a try. And I really wanted to show a strong female protagonist in the CIA world, because to my mind, in popular culture, what's out there is not really accurate or realistic.
And you've said that before. You've said that this, and it's pretty evident in your book. How would you like your book to change that perception?
Well, so that the female character, Vanessa Pearson, is not just a paper doll. She is flawed, she is ambitious, but I paid really close attention to getting the tradecraft right, how people really communicate with each other clandestinely, how you move in and out of countries and so forth, because a lot of the time I'm sort of rolling my eyes when you see it, how it appears either in a movie or in TV or in books. And the other thing, I wanted to build it around something I care about deeply and what I worked on in the CIA. The plot revolves around a secret Iranian nuclear facility. And this is something that's in the headlines right now, of course.
And clearly it was familiar back in when you left the CIA. Aside from sharing your initials, what does the heroine, Vanessa Pearson, of your book share with you? Are you sort of you revealing a little bit?
Well, she's way better at languages,
foreign
languages than I am, and smarter, and certainly younger. But what I brought to it was those interactions that you have with your colleagues in the CIA. There's romance in it. All the locations in the book are places I've either worked or played or traveled, and they go all over. And I think that is part of the appeal of the whole genre in spy thrillers. People want to be taken to someplace exotic.
And these are based on some trips you've been on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Realistically. Your book also reveals sort of the loneliness of being a CIA agent. How do covert CIA operatives cope with this sort of not being able to talk about their job?
Well, it starts with who they recruit into that job in the first place. They're looking for certain character traits, really mentally strong people who have the ability to be able to move in that environment. It does get lonely, but the job is, I love my career and I miss doing it. So despite all the low points, the ability to work on some of the issues that I did, nuclear proliferation, made up for it.
What do you miss? Is that one thing you miss? What else do you miss about being in the CIA?
I miss the government paying me to live and work overseas.
There you go.
But to be able to serve your country and work on these issues, if none of this had happened, I thought that if I was lucky, I would retire as a senior intelligence officer working on proliferation issues, but that didn't happen. So my husband and I took our children. We moved a few years ago to New Mexico and busy rebuilding our personal lives and professional lives.
And sort of sharing your past. All right. Former CIA operative and author Valerie Plame, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank you for having me.